Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Tuesday, September 28th, 2021. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you had a wonderful day. Glad you're tuning in with us tonight for Talking Fitchburg. And we got a busy show for you today. We're going to get you the latest on the new police chief, Alfonso Morales, selected as the police chief. We'll hear from the Police and Fire Commission, plus a special interview with our HR director, Sarah Olson. She'll be here to give us the details, kind of look back at the process and give us the details of when Alfonso will be starting as our police chief here coming up in our digest guest segment today, too. We'll be checking with Department of Trade Consumer Protection on their senior resource guide. That's right. They have resources for scams and you name it, scams, fraud, the whole thing to protect seniors. We'll break that down for you coming up as well. And where you can get a copy of that here from the Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection. So a lot to get to as we work through this Tuesday. Let's jump right into the selection of our next police chief. Happened last night. Police and Fire Commission making their decision, and this is the announcement.
I move to approve the hiring of Alfonso Morales as police chief in the city of Fitchburg.
And do we have a second?
I second that.
Okay. All in favor of the motion on the floor, hiring Alfonso Morales as police chief in Fitchburg, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, raise your hand and say no. No. All right, thank you very much. And so some announcements, I guess, coming out. I'd just like to read a little bit of a statement and then go through a few thank yous. So first of all, I would just say that I think we had very qualified candidates, and I think that it was a difficult decision to come across. Everybody struggled with it, but I think that we could have succeeded either way, and I think we had a great candidate, and we ended up with a great candidate. So the selection of police chief is one of the most significant responsibilities of the 5 members of the Police and Fire Commission. We started this process in May of 2021, and we're honored to solicit and receive feedback from the community throughout the entire process. The response to the community survey we issued was substantial. In addition to the survey, the process included a community panel presentation, interviews with the community and other law enforcement leaders, a meeting with police officers in Fitchburg, city tour, the panel presentations with the community, and 2 interviews with the Police and Fire Commission, as well as a detailed background check. So we outlined that just because we wanted everybody to know that it was a thorough process. It really, really was. In fact, many of the candidates actually commented on the thoroughness of the process.
The Police and Fire Commission selected Alfonso Morales, as you heard, as the next chief of police for Fitchburg. The commission is looking forward in a statement saying to the future, working with Chief Morales to continue to provide community-involved policing and law enforcement that respects the values of all individuals in our community. Chief Morales was very pleased to have been selected and is looking forward to working with the very talented officers and other professional staff of the Fitchburg Police Department. And we want to welcome Alfonso Morales to the city of Fitchburg as your next police chief. And as mentioned, coming up here in our digest, we'll talk with Sarah Olson about the next steps for him and a little bit about the process that the Police and Fire Commission and a lot of helpers there making all of this happen. So we'll have that for you coming up in just a little bit. All right, other news. We've got a brush collection coming up, and it's the week of October 4th through the 8th. That's right. Branches or limbs less than 5 feet long and less than 6 inches in diameter will be collected during the brush pickup. Actual collection dates may depend on weather. Brush will be picked up between Monday and Saturday, but not necessarily on the refuse collection date. Ensure pickup. Please have your brush at the curb by 6:30 a.m. Monday of the collection week. If you feel like your brush was missed, or if you have any questions regarding the pickup, you can contact Pelletieri at 608-257-4285. Finally, in the news today, even though it's the end of the day, and well, you should have did this during the day, today was National Voter Registration Day. And if you missed out, well, you still have time to get registered to vote. Even though there's no election this year, never a bad time to go and get registered. Make sure you're ready to go. Election season will be back next year in our clerk's department. They're ready for you. And all you got to do is go to myvote.wi.gov to learn more about getting registered and or stop in at City Hall, 7:30 to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. Just watch out for those mask guidelines. They're posted at the door when you come down to City Hall. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we'll check in with Sarah Olson, our HR director. She'll take us through the process of picking a police chief. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.